Aries, welcome to your weekly horoscope from May 4th through the 10th. My name is Athen. Let's go ahead and look at your chart for this week. So right at the beginning of the week, we have that full moon Sunday night, which you'll be feeling the first couple days of the week, of your 7th house of relationships, one-on-one connections. Anything you've started over the past 6 months in relation to this part of your life can be a high time, a culmination of that. Also things relating to your goals, ambitions, drives, your self-image, all these new beginnings that you had in that first house over the past 2 weeks. Still very much about you, Aries. Some of your birthdays are this week. Happy birthday. Your Mars is still in the first house, so there's a lot of this drive that you have, and the energies are high from this full moon. Now, in terms of relationships, this is the classic balancing of the relationships with self. I think at this point, at the beginning of the week, you'll be seeing the importance of relationships and the value of them, just the overall awareness of them. So balancing other with self, because there's so much activity with you that obviously with any first and 7th house opposition, we want to balance self with the relationships and find that middle path, which should come quite easily, I would assume, I would imagine. So that's a very nice energy at the beginning of the week. Like I said, your ruler's still in the first house all week until Sunday. And then, the moon is still very full this week. It's going to start in the full position and then go into the third quarter phase by the end of the week. So lots of energy available. Now on Monday, we've got a transit. We've got the sun squaring up to Jupiter. So Jupiter's been transiting your 4th house. So there's been a lot of opportunities for home, family, your past, any type of emotional connections and relationships. So that energy now is squaring up to the sun, which essentially is actually very positive. First of all, because Jupiter's a benefic. Both planets are exalted, okay? Both exalted in their signs. And so what I'm getting a sense of here is maybe there's some opportunities coming in through home and family. Or maybe you're just being very optimistic about maybe doing some remodeling or changing home or something like that with Jupiter in that 4th. So just like with any square, it's about constructively utilizing it. So on Monday, you might be actively working around the home or with family, things like this. And so work constructively with it, because with the square is how we make the opportunities of Jupiter much more long-term. Whereas we might be feeling the optimism, but we want to take the action necessary to make it into a fruition. Now on Tuesday and Wednesday, the sun is going to be trining up to Pluto, which is a very nice energy here, involving that 9th house. You guys have had Pluto in your 9th, which is a very powerful change to your life path, and you're learning to have the power to make change along your life path while not being attached to it. And that's exactly what Pluto's about having that non-attached perspective. He's retrograde, so we're reflecting on a lot of these things. But on Tuesday and Wednesday, it can be a very powerful day for your goals. I mean, a Pluto trining up to the sun in the 1st house, you have a lot of positive, everything else is showing a lot of energy, but this is a lot of positive, structural, powerful energy. Pluto's a very powerful planet. It helps you see things very clearly, very truthfully, and how they actually are, and how to use that raw power, in this sense, relating to whatever it is you're involved with of this 1st house. So goals, self-image, all these things. Lots of this positive energy coming in at the beginning of the week. Now around Wednesday, we've got a shift of Venus. Venus is going to go into your 3rd house here around Wednesday, midweek. So there's a shift where Venus was in your 2nd. Hopefully you've been enjoying the simple pleasures of life. And now Venus in the 3rd is all about communications and sharing information. So this is involving both relationships and finances for you, ruling both your 2nd and your 7th house. So I think in terms of the relationships, I think, with this full moon and all this, I think you're seeing the fun, or at least the enjoyment of connecting to others through ideas, through sharing ideas, through communicating, maybe learning through one another, taking some courses, some classes, picking up that book. All of that stuff you'll find very enjoyable now for the next few weeks while Venus transits that 3rd house, but definitely a shift. Now things are still about the financial side of things. You've got Mercury, you're still thinking about that. Your ruler's about to go into the 2nd house, so still very much about the material enjoyments of life. But the shift with Venus is where you can connect and enjoy. And in terms of those finances going into the third house, I think you will be thinking about it. And in Gemini, you want to be taking the practical approach to the financial side of life. And that's just the nature of Venus or your ruler of the second house and the third. So you want to be thinking about it. You want to be thinking about practical, very realistic, very rational ways of dealing with the financial elements of life. And this is a friendly sign for Venus, so things should be going quite well in both departments in relation to those things. And she loves to be at the bottom of the chart also, so very nice. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have that Mercury from your second house trining up to the North Node and then squaring up to Neptune. Okay, so this energy here, first of all, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be the highest on Saturday. Is slowing down. He's about to go retrograde next week. So there's a sort of a twofold process to this. First of all is with your North Node in your sixth house, there's been a lot of opportunity for you to take care of your health, your diet, your regimen. Now, you may not have noticed this personally, but the doors, if you look at it, the doors are open for your self-growth, your self-improvement. And that's just the nature of the sixth house with the North Node there. That's where you want to flow and put energy. So around this Friday, Saturday, Sunday time period, this weekend, you have the support. Put energy towards your self-improvement. I think you'll learn a lot in that process. I think that's also supporting, all the stuff going on that you're going to be reflecting on financially or regarding to the material elements of life as well, but it'll come through a support. So use the support of the sixth house. Take care of your health, do that diet, take care of your routine, all that stuff this weekend of this week. Now, the square up to Neptune is suggesting that there is this whole flow to this whole process, especially relating to your groups, your friends. There's this network, 11th house is network circles. So within those groups that you have, you're learning to flow, you're learning to surrender, you're learning to trust in the whole process. So there is that trust needed in regards to these material elements of life here over the weekend. Letting go, I think you'll find that both healing and very peaceful as well. There is a peace to be had in the whole process, but it's about letting go of a lot of these ideals and visions that you have for the future, for the groups or for the networks. This is the community house, our visions for the community. So whatever that is, probably visions and those types of things, aspirations, just trust, let go, surrender. This is all going to support a lot of these transitions that are taking place in that second house of yours. And speaking of that second house, we've got Mars shifting in there Sunday, which is going to be an energy for you for all the way into June. Through June, which is going to be your ruler in the second house. So there's definitely the very late part of this week into next week, going back into the, again, material elements, the financial elements of life, where you're going to be doing a lot of rethinking, reworking in that department. But with Mars, your ruler, it becomes very much. So take action, do whatever's necessary in that department to enjoy the simple pleasures. Be very grateful for what you have in your life, and in that way you'll be in this flow of this whole process of the second house, which is unfolding for you now this week, but mostly next week and into June as well. So Aries, I hope you guys have a great week. If you're new to this form of astrology, do link down below, and have a great time. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care.